All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the praise and the glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Raha Kodash, which I give me the spirit and the strength to do this lesson. And I also want to give the honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well and that teach well through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Wa Shalom, wa Barakim to the elect, beginning with the 144,000, which I scattered abroad and in every place, redeeming the time and ready to be saved. Shalom. All right, pretty much, man. Got another article. That I want to go into. Slaki. All right, yeah, another article that was sent by a beloved elder down here, and I want to, put it out there because he didn't, send this in vain. All right, so yeah, pretty much. Let's go and get into this. It said my fingerprints aren't on anything. Young dad shot dead after being ambushed by his date and her boyfriend. All right. Now, when you read this and analyze it, it's all type of wickedness going on here, man. All right. First of all, this bitch, whatever I don't know if she's a Judite or of the other tribes, another northern tribe, who knows? All right, but she had no business with another man, seeing that she had a man, all right, or has a man, this guy up here, and he went off too for allowing her, all right, to do such wickedness, man. All right. And, they said this man, he was a young dad. So obviously he had a kid or more. All right. And let's see what it says in this. We read a little bit of it. And this is why these 2/3 gotta go, man. All right. They honestly make the nation of Israel look bad, man. They make us look bad. Rather, they make Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai look bad, man. Because guess what? From the beginning, he's claimed us. He's chosen us. All right, put his name on us. And you got jakes like this out here making him look bad, man. And that's why Isaiah, said what he said in Isaiah the 1st chapter, and I'm gonna read it. Isaiah chapter 1, verse 9, it says, "Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah." That's right. And that's how we feel. That's how we feel even to this day, man. Cause look at these people, man. Look at these these brute beasts, man. Yahweh Shemel Shai has every right to destroy this nation, man. But for the elect's sake, that's not, going to be. All right. So, let's get into a little bit of this article right here. It says an Indiana man went on a date that ended in an ambush. And now 2 teenagers have been arrested and charged with murder. And that's rightfully so. Jarrell Pryor, 25, was shot and killed after midnight on January 25th during a date. Let me see. All right. Yeah, it says January 25th during a date with Alexis Hawkins when she was 19, who was accused by police of setting Pryor up to be robbed. In an arrest affidavit obtained by local Fox affiliate WXIN, Hawkins was allegedly coordinating with her boyfriend, 18-year-old Brian Winston Jr., on Instagram while she worked out a time to meet with Pryor. So Pryor, the man that was shot and killed, had to have been, doing good for himself, and that's what makes it even worse. Because I'm pretty sure that this guy wasn't, affluent, all right? And, damn, I mean, matter of fact, that's, if the guy, matter of fact, let's see something real fast, because I want to look this guy up, because I don't know if this man was a Jake. Okay, that's the guy right there that was shot. I'm thinking that was the boyfriend. Okay, you see, that's why we gotta do, look things up. But yeah, man, you see what I'm saying? So this is the guy that was shot and killed. Oh, okay, he got to look, see, like I said, he had to been obviously doing, good for himself. All right. Got a little BMW right there, nice BMW. All right. But look at him, man. He what say he was 25. He don't look like he, gang bang. Let's see. But ain't no telling. Jake, ain't no telling what Jake was out here doing. All right. But like I said, going to the prior point I was making, he wasn't rich. All right. He wasn't a rich man, man. And that's what makes it even look worse. You can rob somebody that's not even rich. All right. But so yeah, it says Jarrell, 25, was shot and killed after midnight on January 25th during a date with Alexis. Oh, I just read this. It says on the night of their date, Winston allegedly shot Pryor, okay, while he sat in his car, killing the young father. Wow. So the robbery turned into a murder. The robbery turned into a murder. I wonder why. You see? That's why I said you never know what the true backstory is behind, this. Because if it was a plan to rob him, why did this man get killed? All right. Well, let's read a little bit more. All right. It says related coverage. According to reporting by the Indianapolis Star, police determined that Pryor and Hawkins were on a date based on their Instagram messages. But Hawkins was allegedly sending messages to another man at the same time, making arrangements to rob Pryor while she was on their date. All right, it says WXIN's reporting on the affidavit identified that man was Winston. After obtaining a search warrant on Hawkins' Instagram account, police also found that she had done Google searches for News Today near me, and shooting Keystons on the day of the shooting. Police also found that she allegedly sent messages to several people asking for a ride from a location near the shooting around the time the incident took place. When Hawkins was questioned by police on February 6th, the Indianapolis Star reported that she said she couldn't remember that night. She specifically said she didn't have any guns with her at the time, telling police, "No weapon to say I did anything. My fingerprints aren't on anything." Hawkins was asked by police if they would find her fingerprints in Pryor's car, to which she responded, "It is not going to be on no weapon, though." Yeah. Well, yeah, of course, because you didn't do you. Come on, man. You still are guilty for setting, because you know it's proof that she set up the whole situation. She set this man up, man. All right. It said the Indianapolis Star reported that when police asked about a message sent by Hawkins in which she said she was going to make a play, that's it. That's it. She stopped cooperating and requested an attorney. Yeah. And that's street talk right there. When they say I'm gonna make a play, they're gonna set something up, and something mischief. That's how they talk in the streets. I'm about to make a play. Yeah, man. I mean, it's some mainly talking about coming up on a lick. Like they also say, come up on some cash in a mischievous way. All right, it says Hawkins was arrested in February and charged with murder and robbery, resulting in serious bodily injury. Her next court date is on May 19th, right? It said Winston was charged with murder, felony murder, and robbery resulting in serious bodily injury. He appeared in court on April 15th and is also scheduled to appear on May 19th. Both Winston and Hawkins are being held. So, this is what's going on, man, in Israel, man. You know, you have, man, you know, I mean, cause what were they robbing him for? All right. Okay, we seen that he had a nice car. All right. And he might have had some, you know, dope, you know, cause let's be real here. Nowadays, a lot of guys don't keep cash on them. All right. Lot of people, you know, use credit cards, you know, Cash App, you know, and all that shit, you know. So, you know, Jake was probably out there moving, uh, in a wicked manner. You know, he probably had his was getting his what they call it. Probably had one foot in, one foot out. Who knows? You know. I mean, because, you know, like I said, what was they robbing him for? All right. Whether it was, you know, for dope, weed, whatever, man. It's all relates to money. All right. And that's why Paul said in the scriptures, let's get that real quick. Let's see. Let's see. Bear with me. All right, here we go. This is 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. It says, "For the love of money is the root of all evil." You see? For the love of money is the root of all evil. All right? You see? Because the things that people do for money, you know, people will kill you for money. All right? And like I said, this young man, this young Jake, he wasn't rich. All right? You know, but he had some type of funds, and it attracted the wrong people, man. All right. She said, "For the love of money is the root of all evil." It said, "Which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith." Right, and that's going into uh you know, something else. It says, "And purged themselves through with many sorrows." Mm-hmm. But the point is that let me see. All right. Matter of fact, let's get this right here. Let's jump up a verse in verse 9. It says, "But they that be rich," no Salakia, "but they that will be rich," yeah, those that want to be rich, you know. Yeah, it says, "But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare. Right. That's right. I'm reading that again. But they that be rich fall into temptation and a snare. What is a snare? A snare is a trap. All right. Which is the word trap or snare is analogous to an ambush. All right. So it says, but they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare. You see that? And into many foolish and hurtful lusts, right? Which drown men in destruction and perdition. That's right. You see? Which drown men in destruction and perdition. For the love of money is the root of all evil. That's right. You see? So yeah, man. This young just Jake had been put to death, and like I said, ain't no telling what he was doing behind closed doors. Only the Lord knows. All right. And you got this wicked bitch and her boyfriend, you know, being punished for their deeds. All right. Cause no no wicked deed goes unpunished. All right. Some get punished sooner than later than other. Some get punished sooner than later. All right. And some get punished later than sooner. All right. That's, you know, how it go, man. All right. And I'm gonna say this too. You know, if you're not covered by the hedge of Yahweh Shema Shai and you doing good for yourself, you're just you're out here just, you know, vulnerable, man. All right. You could be touched at any time. All right. Cause you got brothers in this truth that are doing good, man. But guess what? They ain't the truth. All right. Which and therefore they're protected. You know, you ain't got to worry about nobody coming up and mugging a brother. All right. I haven't even heard. You don't even hear nothing like that. You a sincere brother. You haven't heard. You don't hear nothing like that. A sincere prophet of Yahweh Shema Shai being mugged on the streets. All right. Because that's a benefit that comes with being in this truth, man. That comes with serving Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. You ain't got to worry about a brother in this truth being shot dead because somebody thinks that they are wealthy or got something valuable. You know, you don't hear about this shit. All right. Nah, that's for you niggas in the world. That's for these niggas in the world, man. But like I said, that's why these motherfuckers got to go. These 2/3, man. I'm gonna get one more scripture and close out. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, here we go. This is Jeremiah 5:26. It says, "For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth snares." Right, they're gonna wear snares again. All right, trap. And as that, once again, like I said, that is related to the word ambush. All right, it says, they lay wait as he that setteth snares. They set a trap. They catch men. You see that? Wow. They set a trap. They catch men. All right. So, yeah, Lord willing, that was edifying. Until next time, shalom.